aspartame, I think.
Is it aspartame?
Yeah. Trump drinks 12 Diet Cokes per day. What can that do to a person's body? And then they have a scientist on. We're fucked.
I'll tell you what it does to the microbiome. It like changes the composition so that you're getting the kind of bacteria that are really good at harvesting the glucose from like the small intestine area, and it makes people like become obese. Like that's the associative studies in people. Like that they've shown that in people, and then of course they've done causal studies in animals showing that. But stevia is interesting because I've seen positive studies with that where it seems to like improve insulin sensitivity, which is kind of weird.
It is weird.
I personally am always I'll use stevia like if I'm like let's make some hot cocoa with 100% cocoa and it just tastes like ass and like I need some stevia in here. It's like otherwise you're just doing a shot of it like whiskey
that
style.
Nasty. Hot cocoa with no sugar is rough.
100% cocoa where it's cacao. Yeah. There's all sorts of benefits with that too. But yeah, with this I don't really use a lot of stevia. Like my in-laws, they like to put it in their smoothies because I've gotten so used to my smoothies tasting kale that I guess, and plus I don't eat anything sweet, so I don't really need it, but they like to put it in their smoothies and, I don't know if it has any, we haven't really seen negative health consequences with the exception, I think there was one study in rats where they gave them like exceptional amounts and it like changed the hormonal profile or something. So I didn't consume any during pregnancy because I was worried about that. But
well, don't be a rat. You'd be fine.
Right.
Study.
But now, I think that's probably my choice. If I were to sweeten something like put it in my coffee or something, I'd put stevia.
Well, Trump is grossly overweight.
Yeah, so the microbiome. What's funny is that people taking Diet Coke are trying to like improve. They don't want the refined sugar.
Yeah.
They don't want to have the constant insulin response, and so they're drinking the Diet Coke. It's kind of ironic that it's like making them more obese by changing the gut microbiome.
Now, is it safe to drink just one can every now and again, or is it just something you should
I'm sure
totally
one
avoid?
can every now and then's okay. It's not. I mean. It's not going to like completely, not 12 cans a day or even one can a day. You're constantly going to start your microbiome. You're constantly going to keep shifting it towards,
Really? Even one can a day?
Probably, yeah. Wow. Because it's the microbiome is,
I like the way it tastes though.
Diet Coke?
I do enjoy a Diet Coke.
I haven't had Diet Coke since like 2006.
I had one yesterday. In a hotel, cracked it open.
Really?
Enjoyed it. Yeah,
I really haven't had one since 2006.
It's cold.
Yeah, I used to drink them. When for like in college and stuff to stay awake and study for exams and all that.